love making this video. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Honestly, I didn't even intend to make this type of video, but it is clickbait, but technically not clickbait. Listen, at my heart, at the center of my core, I am a hater, but it comes to certain topics. Like, do I truly hate Naruto? No, but I hate Naruto because of the fan base. And yes, I'm one to talk because I'm a One Piece Glazer, Luffy on top, Ichigo and Naruto on the bottom. You know, a big Kendrick, F the big three. It's just big Luffy. Or whatever the nigga said. On a realistic note, Naruto is the foundation of my anime experience. Besides, you know, Pokemon and Metal Fusion, Beyblade, Naruto was my introduction of anime. And for the longest, Naruto was at my number one. And then I moved on to Dragon Ball, and then I moved on to Soul Eater and things of that nature. As I grew up from a little boy to a man, I picked up One Piece mainly because my cousin put me on, and then he told me how many episodes, and I was like, nigga, I'm not doing that. I ended up picking it up, and bro, when I say this is the greatest piece of fiction that I've seen in my life, full glaze. I don't know if y'all seen this debate on TikTok. It was between this TikTok dude who covers like One Piece and other animes, but he primarily covers One Piece, and his name is Jordan. The conversation sparked up who's stronger, Naruto verse or One Piece verse.
But just as a refresher, Might Guy could not skywalk before opening the 8th gate. But once he pops the gates, it amped his stats to the point where his kicks were strong enough to legitimately kick the air and start flying. Now Sanji, a character who was not trained in any technique, also has strong enough kicks to skywalk. This isn't the same as, say, JJK, where Sukuna and Maki can skywalk, because that has to do with perception, not strength. It is literally explained as seeing the different temperatures and densities in the air as facets that are scattered throughout the atmosphere, and then grabbing those facets to jump through the air. Which makes sense because we know that JJK characters are much weaker than a One Piece or Naruto character. But it is consistent between Naruto and One Piece because One Piece characters have genuinely superhuman physical stats in base, while Naruto characters are still physical freaks, but they're far closer to very strong humans by comparison. When Naruto characters amp themselves with chakra, that is what brings them to a similar playing field.
And then Naruto people start going ham saying, oh, they have different air, and it's some old bull crap, bro. I'm telling you, like, these niggas, ooh. I have a cousin that's a Naruto glazer, bro, and he makes me sick to my core. Mind you, Naruto used to be my favorite anime, and so I try and put the man on One Piece, and this nigga here just starts spouting stuff out his butthole, saying Luffy does this and Luffy does that. Nigga hadn't even watched the story yet. Obviously he say it's too many episodes, but and then the nigga came up to me with the argument that One Piece is only great because it has a lot of episodes. That makes no sense. No matter what you release, whether it's a show, a book, a manga, if it's not doing well, it's getting discontinued. It doesn't matter how long your anime is. If it's terrible, nobody's gonna watch it, or they're not gonna read it, or whatever. And let me get this straight, because I don't, you know, for the small chance, 0.0000 times 3% chance that Swag Hage sees this, bro. I am a casual, bro. I'm not like that intellectually profound in explaining myself, and I'm just saying this is why I partially have hate for Naruto.